their perseverance and their drive, but the strength of their families, the Scoutmasters, and the entire community that supports them. As I said, as a former Eagle Scout, I know firsthand what you've went through, the leadership it takes, and the lessons that you've learned and you'll continue to learn. You've joined a lifelong brotherhood of leadership and service. I commend you all for that. So now I'm going to read what we have to honor Jackson, Michael, Jonathan, and Jason. And then maybe after I read it, if we could take a photo. Whereas Jackson, Michael, Jonathan, and Jason of Boy Scout Troop 65 have earned the rank of Eagle Scout, the highest rank in scouting, whereas the rank of Eagle Scout is attained by fewer than 4% of all scouts and represents the accomplishments in leadership, exceptional commitment to community, and an understanding of the Scout oath and law. Whereas the rank of Eagle Scout is an honor in which we recognize Jackson, Michael, Jonathan, and Jason for their diligent work and dedication, and we celebrate the foundation they have created for a lifetime of active citizenship. Whereas the Boy Scouts of America encourages Eagle Scout candidates to complete worthy projects to improve their neighborhoods, their community, and their region. Whereas these Eagle Scouts have devoted endless hours fulfilling the many requirements for the advancement in scouting, including attaining merit badges, holding rank in office, completion of their Eagle Scout project, and an examination by the Eagle Scout Board of Review. Now, therefore, I'm memorializing our proclamations as mayor of the town, and as the township committee is here, for the township of Raritan, county of Hunterdon, state of New Jersey, that Jackson, Michael, Jonathan, and Jason, members of Boy Scout Troop 65, are recognized and honored for their achievement of this prestigious rank of Eagle Scout. And that sincere congratulations and best wishes be extended for a successful future. So thank you, congratulations.
If you'd like to come up and do a photo.
The committee?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to go right up in the front. Congratulations.
Very cool. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Appreciate everything you guys do. It's awesome. Now you're gonna get the papers too.
Good?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Congratulations, guys.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, sure. Would any of you want to share maybe a quick word about your projects or anything else you'd like to share?
Yeah, we always like hearing that.
I've heard it, but the rest of the
Yeah,
people hasn't, if you
we
really-
don't know what you accomplished.
You guys can go right to the mic, and you guys take turns. Take some time. It's a big honor. You've taken a lot of time with the projects. Share them up.
My project was Raritan Township, actually right across the street at the Jewish Community Center. They have a giving garbage where all the proceeds are donated to our local Buddington food pantry. At the state that I found it in, the garden boxes were rotting away and it was in need of repair after being set up for 10 years. My work was recreating the garden boxes with brand new garden safe wood, along with installing the gravel that was meant to be used to help with drainage issues that were there in the past, along with fixing both a driveway door frame and cleaning fence posts. I did all that with the brother to make sure that the Buddington food pantry will continue to be getting donations from the Jewish Community Center.
Terrific. Great, thank you.
Cool.
Great.
My name is Jackson Sumner. I did my project at Spruce Run Recreational Area on 31. My project, I turned through picnic site 4 into a campsite. It was originally a picnic site, and it kind of turned into a boat storage area. Spruce Run is one of the largest reservoirs and recreational areas in the state of New Jersey, and we're seeing a lot of traffic for camping, especially with the upcoming World Cup. So my job for my Eagle Scout project was to convert the picnic area into a campsite. I constructed 4 benches, I put in a gravel fire ring, and then I laid a concrete slab to secure the fire grills.
Excellent. Thank you.
My name is Michael Gianoris, and I did my project down in Lambertville, VFW, and American Legion. So in the front of their property, I installed 8 flagpoles, 2 of which were missing in action, such like POW, and the other was KIAs. And then there's another 6 flagpoles for the 6 branches. And then in the back of their property, I placed I made like a paper patio and put like a stone fire pit on top for the safe retirement of American flags. The VFW gets like thousands of flags every year to retire the flags, and they wanted something that was nicer as well as safer from what they were doing before.
That's great. Excellent.
I'm Jonathan Harvey. My project was a content refresh and layout redesign for Kirkpatrick Memorial Presbyterian Church's website. That's in Greenville, New Jersey. That's our charter organization. So what that basically means is that the troop uses the spaces of the church, and in exchange, hopefully we, are able to give them some kind of benefit. So it was nice to be able to help them pretty directly with my project. What that entailed was conducted several interviews with longtime members of the longtime parishioners, and they basically felt that their website lacked the content that was on there was not representative of the messages that they wanted to share with the community. And so I was able to, with the help of lots of Scout volunteers, make the content on the website more accurately reflect the beliefs and values of the members of the church. I also made it look less 2000. It kind of looked like it was from 2003. It's a little bit closer to.
Excellent. Thank you. Well, I want to thank you all for coming tonight. Really great to honor you here and to hear about your projects again. So, thank you.
Good job.
Of course, you're welcome to stay, but you also don't have to. Great. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, next is public comment. Public comment, policy of the Township Committee that public comment is limited to 3 minutes per person. It shall be permitted on items concerning the agenda only. Additional time will be allotted at the end of the meeting for public comment on any issue. Motion to open public comment.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're open to public comment. Seeing none, motion to close public comment.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the minutes. If there are no corrections to the regular meeting minutes of May 19th, 2026, can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor to approve the minutes?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, new business. We have quite a few things in new business tonight. For the historians, there's something for our semi-quincentennial anniversary that is being cooked up. And do we have someone here from historians tonight? Maybe if you'd like to come and provide some details, that'd be great.
Good evening, how are you?
Good evening. Well, how are you?
So last week I sent to Karen a memo that more or less provided a nice overview as far as the history behind Ewing Bridge. And December of this year will mark the 250th anniversary of the skirmish that happened in our backyard. Although our township was not even a twinkle in anybody's eye because it was Amwell Township at that point in time. So we thought, why don't we do documentaries, a little small one, nothing grand, so that way we can capture the history, because we have so many fabulous historians that can provide insights that you cannot find on Google. So we thought that this documentary would be a great way of getting them involved, and then also going to our site, so that way we can let people know that this monument is actually here, because I've lived here for 25 years, and I always would drive down 202 and see the marker, but I had no idea there was another monument separate from that. And I don't think that people know that there's also a monument over in the UK as well, because at one point in time, Jerry's remains were discovered and then brought back to his family back over in the UK. So we got international history going on here, and we wanted to capture it in a short documentary. So again, nothing grand, but just enough to give everybody here in our community a little taste as far as what's going on, not only on a historical level currently, but also how it's been happening over the past 200 years.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Great. And are you going to have the ability to get maybe the students in the high school, the media club involved, or how will that work?
So, very good question. A friend of mine actually heads the media department over at Central. I did reach out to him just to kind of, scope things out. And he had stated to me that, the students he felt would be good for this program were all bogged down this summer because they're getting their last minute jobs complete before they go off to college in the fall. Carrie, who is one of my local historians with me this evening, she was saying that we could possibly even reach out to Eagle Scouts as well to see if maybe that would be a project that they would like to work on.
Yeah, great. That's a great idea too.
Right now, it's in the preliminary stages, so that way we can collect all of our data, and we're going to create a storyboard, so that way we can figure out what do we want to say. And so that is basically what we're putting together right now. But we want to get your approval to move forward with the project. As far as who is going to work on it, if we cannot get students or maybe another organization, we can always do it ourselves. Our plan is to have it done by December, because again, that marks the true anniversary. It's December 14th, in which it actually happened. And then also in March 2027, we're going to have the Revolution New Jersey exhibition here in the municipal building. So that would be another great opportunity for us to showcase the video once it's completed.
Yeah.
Great.
There's also the Girl Scouts doing their Gold Award. So that's another organization that might want to get involved.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a couple of options, basically.
Wonderful. Maybe I turn to our liaison, Committeeman McDade. Is there anything to add, or?
No, I think very passionate about this project, and the incident at Gary's Ridge actually had an impact on the war itself, where based on what happened, the British kind of went north a little bit, the Patriots kind of went south, and it kind of dictated some of the geopolitical aspects there. So.
Yeah, the British, they
I don't know if that
came
word makes
into
sense.
what is now currently Munson Borough, and that's where they started to create some havoc, and then they made their way here into our backyard, and then that's when there was only 8 local militia, all farmers, who basically, gave the British another option to move in the opposite direction, and so they ended up scattering. Some of them went off into the Pennington area, and then others up into the Red Bank area. So, to your point, Scott, the great thing about that is it definitely shifted the trajectory of the war, because they helped to slow things up, and that gave Washington and the rest of the troops the opportunity to prepare for the crossing of the Delaware River on December 24th, 1776, which was 10 days later. So you're right, it definitely helped to give a little shift to the war, and that's why we are the United States of America. So we have a nice little mark on that.
Sweet.
That's really cool. Thank
So I
you.
don't think most people know that.
No.
So I think the documentary would be a fun way of demonstrating, and not only demonstrating, but also educating, and again, things that you cannot find on Google. Because our historians are very well versed on the local going-ons that we don't even know as a community, so it's pretty cool.
Can we post that video at some point on our website, on the historians
course, once
page,
it's
right? Like
done.
all
There's a
that
plan
good
to, yeah.
stuff?
We can have it displayed when,
Yeah,
here on the,
yeah.
the screens.
We have a YouTube channel, so, obviously for, searchability, because YouTube is not social media, it's actually a search engine, so it's another great way for us to get that information out there. And then I would like to think big, and there are a lot of local film festivals that go on, so they're always looking for shorts, so that's something that is a possibility. I mean, obviously, we have to come back and get that approval, but it's just something that we could even further, get some more exposure as far as what's going on here in central New Jersey, because it does exist.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Any additional discussion or comments from the committee? If not, then I look for a motion.
Motion, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's approved. Next is special event, the Latino Soccer League on Sundays during the summer and fall from 2 to 6 p.m. at Lenape Park. It's a request to approve the event with food trucks and food stands. Do we have anyone here for that event? Okay.
Did we approve this last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Were there
don't-
any issues moving from last year or previous years that we need to be aware of?
I believe last year we tightened things up.
Had to clean up.
Prior years,
It was a
there were
cleanup.
issues. Last year
It went well?
smoothly. Yeah.
Yeah, there was concerns listed in your packet
Yeah, they are noted.
from fire safety. Last year, were some issues with not being ready for inspection on time.
Are
So-
we
but-
confident?
So, yeah, so that's kind of specific to whatever vendor they were using. So this-
Okay.
Are the vendors different this year, do we know?
They could be, we're not,
Okay.
one is the same, but that wasn't the one that had the issue, that he had the issue with. The other one, they're getting a new one in. So
How do
it
we
will
make
definitely be
sure?
addressed with each of them.
Was there something about cleanup one year too?
That was a,
Okay,
yep.
Yeah, and parking was an issue one year as well.
I do recall.
But all of that was.
But that,
And-
it felt like that was smoothed out last year.
Yeah.
It also just says Sundays.
Yeah, so his
There's
original.
no dates.
Yeah, his original that the coordinator of the Latino Soccer League had filled that out. His application had stated Sundays on there. His facility use that he's been approved for it's Sundays for summer and fall.
But what is summer and fall? Like, what are the dates?
We can
Starting
get the
when
exact-
to when?
Well, it's already began,
Oh,
the summer, and I believe it goes,
It's based
We
on
could
the
get- it's like-
facility use form
Yeah.
for reserving fields.
and I believe that goes up until November.
okay.
But
It'd
we
be
could-
nice
we
to
could get
just
a
have
def-
more
yeah.
specific dates in the future than a season that I'm not
Sure.
sure what that is.
Yep.
So some concerns, but it sounds like many of them have been addressed and resolved.
Or will be at the first, or,
Well, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the previous ones with parking
Yeah, yeah,
and cleanliness. It sounds like they are making an effort
yeah.
to do things, so.
Did we take note on the numbers from the past? Because I'm seeing here estimated participants, 160, spectators, 100. To your point about parking, are those numbers up, down from, do we know from previous years?
Don't know. The parking was not an issue in the sense that there wasn't enough. It's that where they were parking.
Yeah.
They were parking alongside of the road
Oh.
instead of in the designated
Oh,
spaces.
yeah, no, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the past, they were having vendors sell food pretty much out of their cars
Oh,
with no
no.
food licenses, no COIs.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. And it had been an ongoing problem. Apparently, they had been doing it for several years. As of last year, last year and the year before, started making progress on, hey, this is the way you cannot do it. We didn't know about it. I mean, I had a phone call from one of the inspectors from the Board of Health that just happened to be there one day walking their dog and noticed them
Gotcha.
selling food. So
That's how it happens.
All right.
that brought on this whole process of, no, the coordinator needs to get a special event approved to allow the food at these
So
events that they have.
if this has already started, then this is sort of
They're not having
retrospective?
food now.
No,
It's-
no, I
okay.
mean, the application, you're saying the events have already started, so
Right.
it's sort of retrospective that we're
Well,
approving them?
No,
No.
this is for the food.
This is basically just for
specifically food.
we're approving the food vendors
Okay,
there.
all right.
Yeah.
That wasn't clear. Okay.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, passes. All right, next event is the Raritan Girls Softball End of Season Picnic. This is on a specific date, on the 13th of June, from 12 to 3 p.m. at the Lenape Park, and the request is to approve event with food trucks and special event fee waiver.
This happens every year, so it's good.
Yep. It's an every year event, and I don't think there's any additional information really to provide. I don't think we know what the food truck vendors are or anything like that.
Okay.
They're in the process of scheduling food truck
It
vendors.
says an ice cream truck,
Yeah,
designer dogs, which I assume is a hot dog.
hot dog, yeah.
Okay.
Where do you see that?
On this page here. One more.
On the special event.
Yeah, that one.
That's Francis Damar.
Yeah, that's the next one.
That's Damar.
Oh, is it?
On the softball, it doesn't say.
Oh, you're right. I was looking at the wrong one.
Yeah, like I said, they were in the process of securing vendors. Just looking for the original approval to have food trucks there in the first place.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. This is the one that I was looking at.
Yep.
The Daymar School on the 12th of June from 4 to 8 p.m. It is a request to approve an event, carnival event with food trucks and special event fee waiver. And they will have the designer dogs and the ice cream.
That makes sense.
Any questions or comments on that?
School event.
No.
Oh, good.
This is an annual thing.
Yep.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, green team member, we're looking for a new member, and it is Justin Rollins, who's currently a student at TCNJ. Is Justin here? No. Okay. Everyone's seen the information about Justin in the packet. He's also attended a meeting, has gotten a
He
positive
did,
review,
yeah.
so
I got to meet him. It's really nice.
excellent. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think he'll be an excellent contributor to the green team. He's really excited to be a part of it, and so
Great.
How long does this term run?
1 year.
It's an annual
1 year.
appointment, so it would be
okay.
to the end of the year.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. On to ordinance 2623, converting the entire township-owned Dayton Road property to open space. This is a public hearing. It was introduced, if you remember, at the last meeting. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Seeing no public comment, do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, do I have a motion, forgetting the word,
Be it resolved.
to adopt, a motion to adopt ordinance 2623.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. King?
Yes, and
Mr.
the people
Sipos.
in that area are going to be delighted. I just had a little comment.
Okay. Mr. Sipos?
Yes.
Mr. McDade?
Yes.
Ms. Patu?
Yes.
Mayor Perry?
Yes. Ordinance 2624, purchasing of the development easement for the Boussard Farm. It's an introduction. Do I have a motion to introduce, which this is, if I recall correctly, this is 37 acres. And it's about half of it, a little more than half is going to be farmland preservation, and the other will be conservation easement.
That is correct. I believe that's the first property that we've taken lead on to preserve a farm as well, so
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
Great news. Do I have a motion to introduce?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Sipos?
Yes.
Mr. McDade?
Yes.
Ms. Patu?
Yes.
And Mayor Perry?
Yes. Continues our commitment to preserving open space in Raritan Township, so I love it. All right, consent agenda. All matters listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. There will be no separate discussion on these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from consent agenda and will be considered separately. Anything to be removed from the consent agenda?
Mayor, I'd like to remove letter D, resolution 26-6-132.
Okay, we'll remove 132. Anything else? Okay, then I would look for a motion to adopt the consent agenda of 26-6-129 to 26-6-131 and 26-6-133 to 26-6-137.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Sipos?
Yes.
Mr. McDade?
Yes.
Ms. Patu?
Yes.
Mayor Perry?
Yes. All right, now to 26-6-132. Committeeman Sipos.
Yeah, we've had lengthy discussions on this topic with a shared service agreement with Union Township for our CFO and team. I just feel like we have enough work within the building for them to do, and if there is not enough work, then we should be downsizing by at least one person, not going out and looking for more work. So that's why I wanted to make my statement on it. We don't have to make any other statements because we've talked about it, but wanted to go on the record as to where I stand on this.
Okay. Any other comments? As Committeeman Sipos said, it's been discussed at length, and I think there also is an opportunity here of value to the township, so I think we'll go for I guess we do a roll call for this. I need a motion first, though.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Sipos?
No?
Mr. McDade?
Yes.
Ms. Patu?
Yes.
Mayor Perry?
Yes. All right, and now correspondence. So you have a lot of correspondence in your packet tonight. I got a lot of really happy residents
You did.
over the last couple of weeks. So there was an Xfinity cable issue, not that their cable was a problem, but the wire itself was a problem. And our engineering group was found to be very helpful in resolving that issue. You'll see that we have a letter about the color run. I was at the color run and got to see everybody getting doused in chalk and, or I guess it's cornstarch.
It is cornstarch,
And
yes.
the CERT team, the OEM, they did a phenomenal job really coordinating that. It went off without a hitch. And so we did get correspondence to that effect.
And the fire department washes it down too,
That's
right?
true.
So
The fire department, they were shooting a lot of the cornstarch as well. Then we had our phenomenal DPW. There was a letter because in that last windstorm we had, there was a tree that came down across a road in front of a resident's home at night. And then by, I think it was 9 a.m, they were already cutting the tree up and moving it to the side and then clearing it out of the way. And lastly, for the police department, fantastic police department was helping with an issue about a dog or an animal that was in a locked hot car, and the officer was able to resolve the issue and take control of the scene, and we got a letter stating that they did a wonderful job. So all great news.
Yeah.
All right, financial claims, payment of the bills. We have bills of $1,379,643.37. You've all seen it in your packet. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Seifert?
Yes.
Mr. McDade?
Yes.
Ms. Patu?
Yes.
Mayor Perry?
Yes. All right, liaison reports. So for myself, we do not have an update from the Board of Health. We haven't had a meeting since the last one that was prior to our last meeting. For police, though, I do have some information. They had, I was actually not surprised, although maybe it's just consistent. That's what surprises me, 385 traffic enforcements in the month. I mean, it's very consistent at that level. They have 2,000 calls a month. It's very busy, but they're doing a great job making sure that our roads stay safe. And they did have not the JMAR, but they had the speed trailer out on the Woodside Lane. And that's a 25 mile per hour zone, and it was over 98% of the cars were 30 miles per hour or less. If there were cars that were going over 30 miles per hour, which, as I said, there were very few, it was typically at 5 p.m. So, I mean, this is the data that we need in order to do enforcement, what time it's happening, and we can better use the resources that we have. As far as the Recreation Committee, I'm very happy to say that at the last meeting, all the new members were sworn in. We currently have a Google thing going around to get the best date, like a little poll. So we're going to get everybody together, find out the best night to have our first meeting, where then we'll have the officers decided and the meeting dates for the remainder of the year decided. So that's being done right now. My hope is that we have our first meeting in June. And then we also had the Minebrook Park. I kind of want to mention this because we had the Minebrook Park ribbon cutting on, I believe, May 22nd. And that was a wonderful event. It really showed also what the fantastic work that our DPW did in installing some really great equipment for all ages. And Kelly Denty from our Recreation Committee was even able to attend. So the day after becoming essentially a member, she was already attending an event, which was great.
I do have a warning for the public. The slide is very quick. Be
Yes,
careful.
the slides are fast
I tried the
for
slide.
adults.
Wear the proper clothing.
Yes. Age appropriate.
Yes.
And that's all I have. Deputy Mayor Fatu.
Thank you, Mayor. I will defer to Commitment King to speak about the planning board. Their last meeting was a discussion of the circulation plan that is part of our master plan. It's one of the elements, circulation, i.e. traffic, how cars get around, bikes, pedestrians, it's all of it. And so I've been working with a subcommittee to develop a draft, and that draft is what the full board had the opportunity to review and discuss at length. It's like a 50-page report that will eventually come here before this committee, but it's the planning board's role to really shape and create the output of that circulation plan to guide future plans, et cetera, and we're guided by previous iterations of it, so we're able to build on what exists already. So I'll let Commitment King go at length on the insights and the discussion that was had there and what came up. I do want to mention, though, we haven't had an environmental commission meeting since we last met, but on the open space advisory, we did, and I'm appreciative that we passed it this evening. We are recognizing in Raritan Township the red-shouldered hawk as our official bird of Raritan Township. It is a native raptor in the area, and it is currently listed as endangered, and that's one of the reasons why the Open Space Committee recommended that the red-shouldered hawk be recommended. So I just want to appreciate that. It's not often that you recognize some sort of native, endangered species in the area that is recognized, but there's now an official bird in Raritan Township, so it is the red-shouldered hawk.
Thank you very much. Committeeman McDade.
Well, we heard earlier from the local historians, they have the exciting project creating the video for the skirmish at Gary's Ridge. So that should be exciting and informative and last a long time. We'll get a lot of use out of it this year. Our courts have actually been busy. We had a busy week. We conducted over 5 interviews for a violations clerk, and we had some really great candidates to choose from. And I think we did make a good choice on who we hired. So you know why that's important? That way our courts will continue to run smoothly. That's it.
Thank you. Committeeman Sipos.
Okay, I have a bunch, Mayor. RTMUA, we just hired a new operator. We'll be looking for a few more. We do have some retirements that have been noted that are coming up. We're looking for a maintenance supervisor as well. Very hard to find that without paying a boatload of money. So we're working through that. Updating cybersecurity, it's clearly vital infrastructure. We want to keep everybody there safe and keep the town flowing, so to speak. Also, we joined an additional co-op to drive some prices down. We're definitely looking at controlling costs there. Next month's meeting is June 18th. DPW, Vic, our new superintendent's doing a rocking job. They've got pothole and crack sealing going on numerous roads. Featherbed Lane, they are doing a mill and patch. There's some roadside mowing going on as well. Inlet replacements are going on all over the town. Minebrook Park, the trail has been completed. Our 3 summer help applicants have started, and vehicle maintenance is ongoing. Doing wonderful work over there. Really proud of them. OEM and CERT, they hosted the county CERT meeting of all the coordinators here in our new room upstairs, and that was fruitful in regard to understanding what other CERT teams are doing and how we can coordinate with each other. They did our Memorial Day service that was here in front of our building near the flagpole. We had a great number of people that showed up, even though it was a dreary morning. The mayor and I were there along with Committeeman King, and I would say that was probably one of the larger ones that we had, even though it was a rainy morning. So happy to see people come out and pay tribute to our fallen heroes. After they left here, our CERT team left here, they went over to Flemington and they worked the Flemington Memorial Day Parade. And as Chris Phelan, our coordinator, always says, sign up for Nixle. Always our emergency kind of broadcast system. You'll find out what's going on. For rescue, total to date right now, they have 1,535 calls, which they are up 8% from last year. As you know, they work a hybrid model. The staff put in about 1,800 plus hours, volunteer hours. We're at 949 hours, and that model is working very, very well. We still boast the fastest time, not only in the county, but in the state at about 7 minutes and 40 seconds on average. The county is on about 13 seconds, and the state average, or excuse me, the county average is 13 minutes, and the state average is about 15 minutes. So we're at 7:40. Those guys do a great job, buttoned up as always. Vehicle responses, we're at about 335. That's at about 1,757 to date. Patient contacts, we're at about 259, and a lot of transports to the hospital at 1,058. So all of our groups are doing a great job, and they're extremely busy. So support for the rescue squad is definitely needed. Thank you so much, Mayor.
Thank you. Committeeman King.
Thank you, Mayor. As you noted, and thank you all for adopting, one of the items, resolutions this evening was the $150,000 we received as part of the CO that's required by Woodmont Bronze. That was one of the things this committee negotiated, and that money is coming through. That $150,000 is designated towards fire equipment and apparatus, which is desperately needed by our aging fleet. So I'll be working with our fire department to prioritize those needs that will come in front of this committee for approval. One of the other items in there is, as we all know, is the sidewalk safety that people have come up many times in front of us. So we'll be looking to prioritize that as well. So that's good news on that front. As Deputy Mayor Fatu alluded to, I attended the last planning board where there was no public hearing, but there was a lot of discussion, in fact, the sole discussion on the circulation study. One of our engineers from ERI presented and answered many questions. I had many in the document. I'm sure it's up on the video. They do a great job at recording that, and so you can look it up on the website. We have a lot of issues, particularly truck traffic. So I was trying to point out various areas that I see, particularly in the area that I live, and what I believe truck traffic is doing to avoid 202 and the circle. And so there'll be emphasis there, as well as emphasis on looking on some of the major arteries where we can cut that back, because they're using tributaries to get to the major arteries. And that's where a lot of people are seeing and complaining about truck traffic. As an avid cyclist, we looked at the cycling plan and how that overlays onto all this. We looked at where incidents are occurring throughout the township over the last several years, and I had asked for them to do an overlay so we can see whether it's walking or it's cycling and where those incidents are occurring, and what are those specific causes of those incidents, and what can we do in terms of traffic calming or further identification for our residents, pedestrians, and those that may even just be cycling through or passing through. We looked at I asked about alternate forms of transportation. One of the things I see happening more frequently are people on the e-bikes, right? And are we embracing that or not? And if we're embracing that, what other things are we doing to make them safer, where people can plug in? You see EV charging stations. Do we want to embrace this for our friendly cyclists and things of that nature? And one of the last things we discussed was they called it a paper road, and this was new to me. And I'm like, would we want a road there? And so this is the opportunity for us to look at these sort of things, and something that may have made sense as far as 10 or 12 years ago may no longer make sense. And so we had a discussion, and that road is probably not going to be done. And that was the road between the shops of Flemington back through and would come out right where the Flemington Veterinary Hospital is. So that's on Voorhees Corner, right across the street from where that new storage facility is.
Yep.
I travel down Voorhees Corner every day, and the traffic backs up more and more. So having come to that intersection and wanting to turn left was probably not going to be a good idea. There's going to be a car dealership going back there that would have to deal with this road. We're building a road that goes behind parking lots. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So we had a lot of conversation about that as well. So we look forward to the detailed study. I'm curious to see how specific they're going to get, because the previous one had a lot of specificity, and a lot of the items still remain. So I brought that conversation up, and how do we make this document something that gets satisfied? And I think that's an obligation we have. I asked the planning board if they could give us an annual summary of things that we should be paying attention to, and that will be some ongoing conversations we have with the planning board.
Yeah, thank you for that last point. That it is a living, active document that should be checked upon with every application in case it's related to the recommendations, and any recommendations that aren't related to an application that can be addressed should be. But yeah, that was a little surprising.
So lots of fun stuff. That is my report, Mayor.
Thank you, Committeeman King. We are now at public comment, and this can be public comment on any issue, but limited to 3 minutes per person. Do I have a motion to open to public comment?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Hello, Hope.
Greetings, committee. I'm Hope Cohen, 347 Leffler Hill Road. I'm coming with my usual, just kind of occasional check-in to discuss 61 Leffler Hill Road. The number of violations there has grown from the original of 3 to 15 between the landowner and the tenant. Those went as far as the prosecutor last week, and they decided to delay it again until October for the court. The thinking being that there are, other agencies involved. So I take that to be, you mentioned soils, I take that also to be DEP, and whatever their coordination, DEP is a black hole for me. I can follow up with you guys and keep bugging you guys to bug your staff about, please don't forget this. This is like going on in major, and they're definitely operating the existing business, which didn't even bother the neighbors. It was only until they, started to dig up the place and plan rental campgrounds that we got to that. But they are operating the business, and I know that some of the violations have to do with the structures, and some of the violations have to do with the land movement. But beyond that, it's all under the high roof of the zoning code. Just please don't forget us. Ever so often we're going to show up, ask you to stomp on everybody's head and add us to the agenda, but, obviously this is a lost process.
I think so.
Thank you for the comment.
Is there nothing more we can do?
Joe, do we have any other update?
Not at this time. Yeah,
Okay.
it's working its way through the courts based upon Jeff's continuing violations.
I was going to say, how frequently are we able to issue violations to make it painful?
Well, I mean, it depends on what the violations are for. I mean, I don't know if Jeff's have issued multiples or if it's just, for the same violation or not. I haven't taken a look at that, but I can reach out to the prosecutor to follow up to see, and Jeff as well, to see if there's anything else additional.
There's no cease and desist order or anything beyond just showing up with zoning violations?
At this time, that is our options, partly also because there are other agencies involved, as Ms. Cohen had brought up. But it is something that can be in the future, similar to what we're dealing with in some other violation properties.
Yeah.
But it gets a little more difficult at that point with the state agencies being involved.
Yeah.
Any other public comment? Seeing none, a motion to close public comment.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you see the upcoming meeting agenda topics. And we do have to go back to executive session.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple things to go through still, so thank you everyone for coming out, and now we're going to have to go back executive. So motion to return to executive session.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Thanks, everyone.
Some of these places, just put up the guy. I don't know.